And welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome to the Champions League, as Hansi Flick is about to lead Barcelona into European battle. And coming up first in the Champions League, it is a trip to Monaco this Thursday, who we are all well aware are absolutely no pushovers. And coming up today, we're going to be talking all about the game ahead of us, and the big question is, who is Hansi Flick going to choose to replace the injured Dani Olmo? We've got all of the team news on the way, and predictions coming up, where there are double points on offer. It is all on the way. Let's do this. Because to celebrate the start of the new Champions League season, today's video is coming to you courtesy of Manscaped, who on the eve of our first UCL game, they are here to get you 100% ready for the biggest stage of all. Because whether you're looking for the absolute best hair and beard products, or whether you're looking to make maybe some tactical adjustments to other areas, well, Manscaped's men's grooming products, they are the pinnacle of the game. And I guarantee you will not be disappointed with what they have on offer. And right now, you can get 20% of all of Manscaped's products across their website, which even includes Manscaped's very own cologne and their boxers as well. All you've got to do is use the code TalkFCB at checkout. There is so much there to choose from. I am absolutely sure that you can find something for you or someone close to you, and grab yourself a nice saving today and help the channel in the process. It's a win-win, just like we are hoping to see from Barça on Thursday night. But before we do get into all of that, I think what we have to do first of all is give ourselves an important reminder on exactly how this brand new Champions League format is actually going to work. Because even when we're not in the Europa League, we're not there anymore, UEFA. They are still making us play on Thursday. We're not there. Please don't make us relive Europa League memories. This is unacceptable. But okay, in this new format, Barca will play a total of 8 matches in the newly formed league phase, an increase there of 2 matches from the group stage in the old format. Now, 4 of those games will be at home and 4 of them will be away. We will play Young Boys at home, Bayern at home, Brest at home, and Atalanta at home, with Monaco, Red Star Belgrade, Dortmund and Benfica away. The league phase will be played right up until the end of January. And as a result then of all of those games, what you get is one big league table, which will consist there of all 36 Champions League teams this season. That's an increase there of 4 teams from the old format. And within that league table, if you finish in the top 8 places at the end of the league phase, you are guaranteed a spot in the round of 16. That is absolutely crucial. Whereas places 9 to 24th, they will only qualify for a playoff round there. So basically you get to the round of 32 if you make it there, because only if you get through that playoff can you make it to the last 16, whereas places 25 to 36, they will be eliminated from Europe completely, because teams will no longer drop into the Europa League. So without a doubt here, guys, the big aim for Barca must be finish in that top 8, because not only do we want to book our place in the round of 16, but if you get in that top 8, crucially, you avoid playing 2 extra games. You know, the fixture list right now is crazy as it is. You don't want to have to play there a 2-leg playoff tie to decide your fate. Let's finish in the top 8. Let's make a statement here in the Champions League, and that begins with Monaco. Because speaking right here about our opponents, guys, they have had an excellent start to the new season. They have played 4 games in the league, 3 wins and 1 draw. They remain unbeaten in Liga, and they're certainly a team right now with plenty of quality in their ranks, plenty of good attacking players as well, and they're playing with real confidence right now. And of course, speaking about that confidence, well, the one result that's going to be focused on more than any other ahead of this game, it's the match we saw just over 1 month ago in the Jean Gamba Trophy, where I think it's fair to say that Monaco took all of us by surprise, scoring 3 second-half goals to beat Barca 3-0 in our own stadium at the very end there of pre-season. It was quite something. But I think that's exactly the point here. Because of that game, because we've already faced Monaco very recently, because of the result that we were handed on that night, one thing is for sure, Monaco aren't going to surprise us again. Monaco here are not going to take us by surprise in this matchup now. We are well aware of what they can do. We have been left in absolutely no doubt, and there's no chance now that we are going to underestimate them. Because, of course, right here, this is the real business. We are no longer in pre-season. We've got all of our players, well, most of them, back in the team right now. We are on a 5-match winning streak. And believe me, we have absolutely no intention of that ending here. But indeed, guys, in order to continue that incredible winning run and the real streak that we are on right now, we are going to have to do that without Dani Olmo, which, make no mistake, it's a massive, massive blow to this team, and it is going to be interesting to see how we react to that blow here. He's going to be out for several weeks. We're going to have to get used to playing without him again. But the good thing about this situation is that Hansi Flick, he does have options at his disposal. Even though our midfield has been absolutely ravaged by injuries, we still have plenty of good options here, and let me run you through some of what we're hearing in the media and also some of my own personal selections. Because, well, option number 1, according to the media, is that you replace Dani Olmo directly with an out-and-out number 10, and the prime candidate for that role would have to be Pablo Torre. He has only appeared this season, though, for 9 minutes of football so far, and he's had to be very patient here, waiting for his chance. But do remember, guys, that in pre-season, when he was given an opportunity, he did show some very promising signs. And whether it be in this game right here, or in the games to come, of course, because we're missing Olmo and Fermin for several games to come, I would love to see more of Pablo Torre. I do think he has a lot to offer this team, and given the chance, he can excel. So he is one of our options tomorrow. But option number 2 is that you actually deploy Eric Garcia, not as an attacking midfielder, no, let's not get excited here, but as the defensive-minded midfielder alongside Marc Gasardo. So you've got Eric Garcia alongside Gasardo in midfield, because then that allows Pedri to move further up the field there into that number 10 position to replace Dani Olmo. That's something, of course, that we saw when Olmo was subbed off against Girona, and I think that's actually quite interesting because Marc Gasardo and Pedri, they've already struck up a really good partnership together. They've been playing very well as a duo. They've got a good understanding, and I thought we actually saw that illustrated in that game against Girona. Once Pedri moved further forward, Gasardo had the intelligence there and the understanding to see the Pedri run, who was then playing more advanced, and we saw that partnership sort of kick up to another gear. So I just wonder there, if Pedri is to move forward, are we going to see more penetrating passes there from Gasardo deep in midfield, looking for the runs of Pedri? Because of that understanding, it's definitely something there to keep a close eye on. But number 3, the option here that you have as well, is that you move Raphinha into the central area. You play him as the number 10 to replace Dani Olmo, and as a result of that then, you bring in Ferran Torres to operate from the left-hand side, because Ferran, of course, can play in this game. He is eligible. He is not suspended. That's only for the weekend's game after he took somebody's legs away. Don't do that again, Ferran. If you can avoid it, try to stay on the pitch. And remember, this is something we saw here. Ferran playing wide, Raphinha playing central, whilst we were waiting for Dani Olmo to be registered at the start of the season. We played 3 games in this way. We won all of them, but that's not the only option either, because I would just put out the name here and the option of Pau Victor, because I think there he's very much capable of playing on the left side. We haven't seen that a great deal, but he can play right across the front line, and I actually thought when he came in against Girona, guys, he had a really good impact on the game there. He was very lively. He also carries a real goal threat with him as well, Pau Victor, and I definitely wouldn't mind seeing more of him again, whether it be in this game, whether it be in the games to come. I think Pau Victor deserves more minutes in this team, and I want to get more of a look at him. But what about as well Tony Fernandes? Now this is a 16-year-old, and could he be about to appear in a Champions League squad for FC Barcelona? I mean, that would be incredible. And I mean, it is incredible to see so many of these La Masia talents coming through the ranks and they're just able to turn up. They are ready for the challenge. They embrace it. They are extraordinary, and they look the part every single time. And Tony Fernandes has been really impressing everybody at Barça Athletic so far this season. He's been in excellent form there, along with his cousin, Guille, by the way. And Tony caught Flick's eye as well during the training sessions in pre-season. So it really is here a case of a big talent, a big emergence, and could Tony Fernandes be the next explosion into the first team? And I would just like to say as well that Ansu Fati, he is set to return to action. But obviously, guys, it will not be from the start of the game. That's important right here to stress. We're not going to throw him back in immediately after returning. But I really do hope we get to see him, even for a few minutes there, from the bench on Thursday. I would absolutely love to see him back in the Champions League, back in a Barça shirt, and hopefully scoring as well in this competition in time. And I cannot wait to see Ansu in this Hansi Flick team. Flick has been so impressed with him. He's so excited about him, so he's going to really be buoyed by Ansu's return here. But let's make sure that we do give him time to settle back into that Barça shirt after this recent injury, after the difficulties that he's had for so many seasons now. Let's get behind him and let's all focus on Ansu recapturing that confidence in front of goal. But with all of those names there for Hansi Flick to choose from, and like I say, we do have real options though, guys, don't we? Obviously, we've had bad injuries, we've had difficult luck so far this week with injury problems. But look at the players that we have at our disposal. Look at the talent that Flick has there to choose from, especially when you're looking at going forward. That is the really exciting thing about Barça, about the players as well coming through from La Masia. It's a great time. It's an absolutely great time for the club. But what is Flick going to do on Thursday? What team is he going to line up with? And I've got to be honest, guys, I expect him to go very strong again. I know we've spoken a lot about rotation, and I do expect him to line up here with something that's familiar to him. I could see him there lining up with Ferran in the starting lineup because that's the way that we started the season. That's something that we've been used to there in the early games. Raphinha has played very, very well in a central position, so I certainly would like to see him in that area. He can be so dangerous. He can cause problems for any defence in that area with his runs and his energy. But it's going to be interesting to look at that back line as well. Koundé, Kubasi, Inigo Martinez, Balde, so many of those players there in that back line have been outstanding. They've been absolutely flawless, you've got to say. And obviously we're looking for opportunities here to rotate, either with some of those players in the back line. You're looking at Lamine Yamal as well, but I just don't know if now is going to be the time. You know, we've got lots of games coming up, lots of big ones. We've got to pick our moments. What do you think Flick will do here? What do you think that he should do? Should we make a few changes? Are there a few players that you'd sort of bring in to shuffle things around a bit? Or for the first Champions League game, should we go all out? Should we start strong, and as strong as we can, from the off? That is something there that Flick will be deliberating. But of course, guys, we still have the all-important topic of predictions heading into the Champions League. And since we don't have any points yet as teams between us, I thought, here we go. For the Champions League games this season, let's do double points. So instead of 2 points for guessing the correct winning margin, let's put that at 4. And instead of 3 points here for the correct goal scorer, let's award 6. Now, you guys have gone again for Robert Lewandowski. We know that he absolutely loves the Champions League. This is his competition. He especially loves scoring in the group stage, in the league phase, whatever you want to call it. But Lewandowski could well be your man. But for me, I'm still going to stick with Raphinha. I think he played more of a creative role against Girona at the weekend. I can't believe that he ended that game, by the way, without an assist. He was really providing lots of chances. Yamal, of course, took centre stage in the goal scoring, but I think if Raphinha does play centrally here, he's going to get shots away. He is going to get opportunities, and I am backing him again to score first for Barça. And look at these predictions here. In terms of the winning margin that you guys have been deciding upon, it is so close between Barca winning by 2 and Barca winning by 3. 2 goals right now just about edges it on your side. And again, I'm going to agree with you. I believe here that Barca will come through, will win against Monaco. It won't be an easy game by any means, but I'm going to go with a 2-goal margin. And what that means here is that I have picked exactly the same predictions that I did against Girona. Now, they weren't correct on that day, but if I keep going with this, I mean, even a broken clock is right twice a day. I mean, come on, at some point, I'll hit the jackpot. But that is what I am feeling here. And more than anything, guys, we want a Barca win. We want to kick off our Champions League campaign with some intent. We want to show every single club in this competition we are here, and we mean business under Hansi Flick, guys. So let's make it a night to remember. Let's go out there and perform as a team yet again. I'd just like to say here, on the super thanks that we have coming in, huge thank you to Yermia. They've been supporting on every single video pretty much right now, and Naya has given so much support as well over the years. We've got so much love still coming in from Nigeria. Sheyoun, big thank you to you there, a channel member as well. Absolutely amazing. And thank you to all of you guys here for joining me. Do let me know your predictions. Who's going to score first for Barca? What's the score going to be? And how is this game going to go against Monaco in the Champions League on Thursday? I will see you all after the game for hopefully yet more big celebrations. Thank you indeed for joining me here. And to all of you tuning in, it really, really means a lot to me. I will catch you all soon. But until next time, as always, Visca, El Barça.